This may sound a little strange, but I want to talk to you for a few minutes about the importance of rest. The importance of rest. Life's passing me by. I have kids and grandkids, and I have loved ones that's getting older, and they're passing away. And I remember when we were up for Tam's dad's funeral visitation, my aunt and uncle came up. And I looked at my uncle, and he isn't as young as what he used to be. He's looking a little old. And if they're watching online, oh, hear my heart. But he can't get around like he used to. And I remember when I saw him, I purposed in my heart that I was going to go hunting with him this year. We used to do it when I was young, when I had all kind of time. Before I got busy with, before I got too in demand, before I got busy and all these things began to complicate life, I had time then. My God, the Lord's pulling a fast one on me. See, He takes me down the road. He don't tell me where we're going until we get there. I had time. Now I notice he's getting older, and I want that time back. So I told him, I said, hey, you going to hunt this year? And he said, yeah. He said, I can't climb around those hills like I used to, so I bought me a side-by-side, but yeah, I'm going to go hunting. I said, maybe I'll come down and go hunting with you. He said, I really like that. So that's where I went last Sunday evening after service. I drove up there and I went hunting, and hunting has changed. See, the staff's talked about this. He said, well, he'll come back with some story. I did. I need a tissue. I need something to wipe my, I got it in my pocket. Never mind. I forgot. That's what stress will do to you. It'll just cause you to forget. So I drove up there, and you know, always before when we would go hunting, and I know I've got to hurry because we have a baptism scheduled, and I don't care. And I got up there, and always before when we go hunting, he'd go one way and I'd go another. We'd come back, we'd talk about our hunt. But this time, hunting's changed. So I asked him that night, I said, so what's the hunting plan for tomorrow? What's the layout? He said, we're going to go on the hill. I said, well, I know that. I said, but what do you want to do? Because we never hunted together. That's just the way that it was. He taught me how to hunt, and then he would just leave me, and I would go, and he'd go, and then we'd come back. But this time, we would get up at 5 a.m. My aunt would make eggs, bacon, and toast for breakfast. We would eat that, put our hunting clothes on. We'd go outside, walk about 10 feet, get on this side-by-side, this four-wheel drive side-by-side. We take it on the hill where he has a 6-foot by 6-foot, what he calls shanty, in the woods with windows on all four sides and a door to get in and a propane heater in the middle. This is not how I grew up hunting. So we pull up. I didn't even get my boots muddy. We pull up right beside this little wooden building. I get off the side by side, get my gun loaded. I go in. He has 2 chairs that swivel. I'm not kidding. We go in and we sit down. I said, man, I've been missing out all these years. All these years I've been chasing deer all over the place. You just sit and wait. Yeah, I just sit and wait for them to walk by. Now listen to me. We even had our own thermoses of coffee. He bought me a thermos, and we each had our own thermos of coffee. We get in there. I mean, deer are sensitive to smell, man. We're inside. We're just drinking coffee and talking about days of old. The whole time, deer walking by. I'm not kidding. And I got to be honest with you. We were sitting there, and it was just breaking daylight, and I looked over his shoulder. We're sitting down, and I look over, and I said, right there's a couple deer. And there was 3 does came up the hill. And I know I'm in the city, but just let me tell you about rest. And I watched those deer come up the hill, and they turned around and went back down, and I'm watching them. And I watched them, and there was a big buck with them. And he's standing right on a knoll about 40 yards away from me. We've been hunting for 15 minutes. He was a shooter. He was big enough. He was what I was looking for. But I passed on him because my time with my uncle would have been over. And I let it go. And I sit there, and that day I saw 6 different bucks. I've never seen that many bucks all my life in one day. I have people say, you didn't shoot in it. Nope, I just let them go. Why? Because I didn't want it to end. And we did that for 2 days. I didn't even have to walk on the hill. Why is rest so important? And the thing about it is, rest doesn't mean that it's laziness. We're not talking about the same thing. Listen, rest is not a sin. Fact of the matter, I got scripture, and I've got scripture in Exodus chapter 23, verses 10 through 12, where we are commanded to rest, where it says that after you've grown a crop in your field for 6 years, on the 7th year, let it rest. And he said, not only is the field to rest, but you are to rest. Hebrews says you are to rest just like God. That he created for 6 days, but on the 7th day he rested.